Welcome back, Warrior fans. It appears that the season is not done for the girls. They have one more game. This is the Consolation finals. So again, just the way the bracket has played out and teams not being able to, I think the weather impacted that. So we weren't sure if they were going to play again, but we got word from TCAL that they do. They're playing another Trinity team. This one's out of San Antonio. This is a team that they have played before. They have seen them before and have matched up pretty well against them. Unfortunately, after the loss, Annapolis still, I think, stinging from that. So Coach Lopez trying to rally the troops as far as keeping them motivated and getting off to a strong start. So the 5 starters are Beth Spoor. She's going to be jumping. Alex Lopez, Anne-Marie Allen, Griselda Morales, and Belen Garcia will be our starting 5. So Bess will be jumping. She won the jump ball against Trinity. And the loose ball, that's going to go to Blue. So good hustle by Belen. And it'll be blue ball on the baseline. So Trinity has a beautiful campus in San Antonio. Their girls team is fairly new as far as they haven't played basketball consistently. They've with COVID and things like that, so they're trying to rebuild their program. And 10 drives through there and unfortunately loses the ball. So Trinity's going to go full court as Alex is going to break the pressure on the sideline. Crosses over, finds Belen. And back to Alex. Alex, long pass to Griselda and tried to lead her, and it just was too far out of the way. For Annapolis, the challenge is going to be just coming with energy, playing hard. After a tough loss, it's hard to regroup and refocus. So Belen's going to put some pressure up on top. The fans are here trying to give the team some energy. Belen with a little deflection. Alex just out of reach, and then Griselda scoops it up. Belen's there. She's going to find her. Nice bounce pass. And 5. Good hustle. Blocks a shot out of bounds. So good turnover for Annapolis, and now a chance to score the first points of the game. Over to Anne-Marie. He's going to swing it to Griselda, who's going to turn the corner to Belen. A little short on that shot. And Trinity, number 10, she's going to be their main point of emphasis offensively. She has a little bit of trouble handling the ball, but now gathers it. Belen's going to give her lots of trouble. Almost got a backside steal. 13 turns, and Griselda just rips it out of her hand. So Griselda did a nice job stepping up, seeing the loose ball, and just grabbing it. They're going to say it's a jump ball. And white ball. Or no. I'm going to say it should be a turnover. And in the game is Kayla Chavez, number 10, and Gabby Lopez, as Coach Lopez is probably going to be subbing pretty liberally. And Kayla's going to break that press. She's got double team, trying to dribble out of it. Finally finds Belen. Belen's going to split that double team. And loses the ball out of bounds, but it was off-white. Over to Kayla. Kayla's going to pull it out, top of the key. She's got 2 defenders. Going to find Anne-Marie, who's going to try to force a pass, and it gets stolen by 10. Here comes 10. 10's going to come barreling through, and Kayla's just going to rip that ball away from her. And back and forth, kind of a seesaw battle. Bess pulls it out, tries to find someone, and Gabby ends up getting tied up by 14. So Kayla with a steal, but when she tried to take a couple dribbles, a Trinity person was there, and it kind of went back and forth and ended up Trinity ball after the jump ball. A bounce pass. 13 did a nice job cutting through there, and Gabby Lopez, I think, is going to get called for the foul. The referee's not sure who got the foul. He's trying to 30. So that's Gabby. Kind of gave the table a couple different hand signals and finally settled on Gabby. So second free throw is good, and that's the first point of the game. And Trinity's going to be in kind of a 1-2-2 zone, kind of put a lot of ball pressure. Kayla's going to break that pretty easily. Finds Belen, crosses over to Anne-Marie, one-handed catch. High post to Bess, who tries to find Gabby, but ends up with traffic. And she was on her knee and then stood up, and that would be a travel. And she got kind of whacked on top of the head, but looks like she's all good. 5:36, 5:35, 1-0. Trinity Knights up by that point. High post gets ripped out of there. Belen scoops it up. Belen doesn't have the numbers and crosses over right into 14, and 14 ties her up. So stays with the blue. Blue ball. Over to Belen. Hand off to Kayla. She's going to go baseline and tries to squeeze a shot out. The last part of the fourth quarter of forcing the issue, getting herself to the free throw line, and did a nice job making free throws. Let's see if that continues. A little bit off. So Kayla's just really hard to guard because she can shoot from the outside, she can drive, finish right or left hand. Second free throw is good. Game's tied at 1. And again, 10's kind of the focal point offensively. She does a lot for them. Anne-Marie defending. 14's in a little bit of trouble, and she switched her pivot feet. So Anne-Marie did a good job of closely guarding her and forcing 14 into a turnover. Just over 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Kayla and Belen talking to each other, trying to work something out. Bess ball fake, gonna swing it. Anne-Marie's gonna pivot, finds Gabby, high post. Gabby gonna try to drive through there, but it's really a lot of traffic. And here comes 10. 10's got 2 people on her, including Kayla, and that's gonna be a tough chore. Here comes a lot of white jerseys barreling at the ball. And it's going to be off Anne-Marie. The Warriors still on defense. Celia Garcia in, and like I said, Coach Lopez probably going to be subbing pretty freely here, getting a lot of people in and out just because they just played a game. Trying to keep the energy up. 13 slides through there and tries to shoot over Bess, and that's a tough thing to do. Bess, nice rebound. Here comes Kayla. She's going to push tempo. Finds 2 people, and lots of traffic gets stolen. 10 with the layup. So it looked like Kayla was able to push that tempo, but ran into 2 Trinity defenders and turns the ball over. Blen now taking point. Over to Kayla. Bess in the corner. Bess is going to skip it to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie's going to turn the corner. And had Bess cutting, but Bess thought she was going to shoot, and Anne-Marie thought Bess was ready and unfortunately turned the ball over. Annapolis down 3-1. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Trinity's going to try to do a high screen and roll. 14 guarded now by Sela. Lots of trouble. 13 Gonna skip it over to 5. 5's gonna launch a ball. 13 following it. And Bess just rips out of her hand. Over to Kayla. Kayla throws past to Belen. And Belen trying to take her time on that layup and just kind of held that ball out there a little too long, and 5 comes flying back and swats it out of bounds. So Kayla did a really nice job. He was falling, just kind of fired that pass over to Kayla. And Kayla's going to get a lot of attention from Trinity. Sela's going to swing it to Belen. Belen back to Sela. And Kayla up top. Best bounce pass to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie's going to try to throw to someone there, and that ball's just out of bounds. So Anne-Marie thought someone was going to be in that space, and nobody moved there. 3:18. Again, Annapolis, really the big thing for them is just getting the energy up, playing hard. And, wow, that was, yeah, that took a little while for that whistle to blow, but it was pretty obvious travel. Annapolis just, again, just needs energy, needs to play hard, take care of business. Trinity is here to play and playing hard already, so they're not going to just lay over. Belen's going to try to drive through a lot of contact. They're going to let all that go, and she's going to get tied up. So Belen just tried to muscle her way through there, and the referees weren't going to blow their whistle on that contact. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Belen's going to meet 10 at half court. Force her over to Kayla, and she tried to make a move and carried that ball. 3-1. Annapolis down. Over to Kayla. Skip pass to Anne-Marie. That's kind of a really difficult pass. 13 gets the ball stolen from Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, a little soccer move, and then tries to keep the ball alive, and bodies flying everywhere. As 10 did a good job hustling. Bess was on the floor too, and coach was hoping for possession, but the referee said nope, it was a jump ball. So he tried to run down and call timeout, but they had mutual possession. So Kayla with the ball. Annapolis. Belen's going to step in. Short. Looks like it may have got deflected. Again, lots of bodies on the floor. Bess in the middle of that again. So Bess still playing really hard. She's been fighting under that basket. Just having a hard time keeping possession of the ball. 2:13 left. Annapolis down. Belen just grabs the ball as 10 kind of a dribbling out away from her body, and Belen just grabbed it. So that's going to be a turnover back to Annapolis. So Kayla finds Belen over to Bess. Nice pass. And that was a nice little pass from Belen as Bess did a nice cut. She took one dribble and had lots of arms and pulls through there with really strong move. They're going to say it's before the shot, so it's going to be Annapolis ball under the basket. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Annapolis down 3-1. Over to Kayla. Kayla for 3. That's going to be short. Long rebound. Finally corralled by 10. She's going to come. She's got Sela to beat. Bess is there. She kind of throws it up, gets her own rebound, throws up another prayer. Doesn't get answered. And then 10 again. Another shot. Finds Belen. It's 2-on-1. Belen's going to try to take it herself and drew a lot of contact. So, good strong drive by Belen. Now she's going to be shooting 2. So Knights, again, we've played them before, and they keep getting better. They've shown a lot of improvement. Saw them in the regular season. They were in our region. We didn't play them, but they keep improving. Coach is coaching hard, and the girls are playing hard. And again, just for us, it's just being able to play hard, take care of business, play with energy. And it's just hard to do after a disappointing loss. Minute 30 left. Ball in the wing, and 3 jumped and came down, and that's going to be a travel. Minute 25 left. Annapolis has been stuck on 1 point here this quarter, needing to start asserting themselves. It's kind of hard just because Trinity does play hard on defense. They fly to the ball and they really collapse quickly. Double, triple teams. Blenn's gonna to Kayla. Kayla's gonna take a deep 3, and that's good. That was a college 3-pointer. So they've got multiple markings. They've got the high school, college, and NBA lines on these courts. Less than a minute. Kayla with a deflection. Best with a steal. Best has Belen. Belen's going to come in for a layup and got it. So now Annapolis up 6-3. 45 seconds left. 10 going to skip pass over to 5. 5 little hop step, or 3. They're going to let her go with that. 14 having a little bit of trouble with the ball. Anne-Marie way out with 10. And 5 with a little wild hook shot. Over to Kayla. Finds Belen again. She's going to be all by herself. Can't quite corral the ball. Got underneath it. Just let that ball get too far in front of her and ended up being under the backboard. It stays Annapolis ball. 21 seconds left. So Kayla, baseline. Finds Sela. She's going to corral it. Hands off to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie trying to keep the dribble alive. Over to Kayla. Finds Belen. Belen looking for some space. Not really there. Flips up a shot. Rebound Trinity. Here comes 10. 3, 2, 1. And Anne-Marie did a good job just knocking the ball away and letting time expire. And we're back. So it's the Annapolis Lady Warriors. They are up 6-3, start of the second quarter. They are playing Trinity Knights out of San Antonio. And the scoreboard operator, Coach Leifer, letting the buzzer sound. So we're going to restart that again. And here we go. Trinity with the ball. Griselda up top, defending. 10's in trouble, and she slid that pivot foot. So good defense by Griselda, forced her to pick up her dribble before she wanted to, and turnover to Annapolis. Kayla has the ball. She's looking for a little help. And going to wait till Kayla gets across the half-court line. Over to Griselda. Griselda's going to come all the way through. Best with the rebound, puts it up. Another rebound, Best again. Ball's loose, bouncing around. Back to Best. Kayla finds Best again. And finally, great hustle by Best. 2 offensive rebounds. Kayla then with a nice assist. Finds her all alone in the middle of the lane. And now Trinity with the ball. Again, having trouble. Sela steps up. Good job. Number 13, Sela Garcia, steps in, forced that turnover on the jump ball. So Annapolis now waking up a little bit offensively. It's coming off of a tough loss. It's hard to get everything going again, and now starting to settle in. Best can take a long 2-pointer. It's going to hit the rim. Sela bats it out, finds Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie with a little scoop shot and the loose ball. Kayla corrals it behind the back, finds Bess. Bess over to Anne-Marie's. Going to drive baseline, flip it to Sela, and it's a little too far out of reach. Less than 7 minutes left in the second quarter. And Griselda's going to meet her half court. Griselda lots of pressure, force them to pick up their dribble. And Griselda doing a nice job defensively, forcing them, and Kayla steps up with the steal. 10 riding her, and Kayla able to finish that layup. 10-3 now. Again, Annapolis starting to wake up a little bit more, starting to turn up the heat defensively. There's another steal by Kayla. She's going to come left side now and finishes. And Trinity's coach said that's enough of that. As Kayla's been, Griselda's good defense, forcing a predictable pass, and Kayla just gobbling those up with back-to-back layups. Annapolis now starting to assert themselves, 12-3, 5:39 left in the second quarter. So, again, it's hard to come off of a tough loss and get yourself going. So, looks like Annapolis is starting to get some energy, some high fives. The crowd's starting to get going. So, good signs for Annapolis. Annapolis is going to stay in that 1-2-2 zone. Griselda's doing a good job of forcing the ball handler to a really predictable pass, and Kayla so good at reading that, jumping that, and then off to the races. And when she's got to step on someone to the basket, she's going to more than likely finish it. Here comes Trinity. So coach from Trinity hoping to make some adjustments as they're starting to turn the ball over more than he would like. And so Griselda now meeting 10 half court, throws it again, really ill-advised pass. Best with the ball. Cross court to Griselda. Griselda with the layup and just rims out. Best fighting for the ball. And Best did a nice job over to Anne-Marie. Back to Kayla. And Kayla's going to draw a lot of attention to Sela. Sela's going to drive. Baseline to Griselda. Little ball fake. They're going to swing it. Over to Kayla. Finds Best all alone. Basket and the foul. So Annapolis did a really nice job being patient, moving the defense, good passes, and the defense overcommitted and left Best all alone on the backside, and she did a nice job finishing it off the assist from Kayla and trying to add one more. It goes out. So Sela back to Best, and Sela sneaks in there. An assist from Sela and Bess with 2 more points. 13 splits the defense and is trying to get something set. Griselda just rips the ball. 10 showed ball and Griselda ripped it. She's going to try to come in for a layup. A little too hard. Kayla with the rebound, and Kayla gets fouled. So 10 picked up her dribble. I just held the ball in front, and Griselda just snagged it from her. So Kayla now shooting 2. As again, Annapolis starting to wake up and getting their offense going. A little short on that first free throw. So Annapolis looking to finish their season with the win. And right now things starting to look really good for them. Second free throw is good. 17-3, 4:34 left in the second quarter. Griselda again meeting and getting a lot of pressure on the ball. Best another rebound. She's going to dribble out. She's going to keep going. She's got a little smile on her face. She's thinking layup just out. Best with another rebound. Kicks it to Anne-Marie. Finds Kayla down low. Lots of contact. No call. Griselda over to Sela. Sela's looking for some help. As 14 is whacking at the ball. Little no-look pass over to Best. She missed it. Best another rebound through top of the key three-pointer. Another Annapolis offensive rebound, and Kayla's going to reset. Over to Best. Best going to ball fake. Over to Kayla. And Kayla's going to just try to reset everything. Sela's going to drive. Baseline, lost control of the ball. And Trinity dove on the ball, but rolled around and changed the pivot point, and that's a travel. 3:36. Over to Anne-Marie. Nice little catch and score. As Annapolis is now starting to really assert themselves. As now they're having a hard time even just getting the ball, and Griselda's all over that. As 14 and 10 just couldn't quite pick up the ball, and the coach, seeing disaster, calls timeout. So Annapolis starting to wake up, and Trinity now starting to stagger a little bit as Annapolis is starting to really show the strength of their team, which has been strong defense, transition to those layups. That's been the heart and soul, and Bess now asserting herself down low with multiple offensive rebounds, extending possessions. As Trinity's now, again, feeling the teeth of the strength of Annapolis's team. So Griselda, again, meeting that ball handler half court, forcing her to go to the left side, where she does not want to go. Definitely not her strength for her as a dribbler. And she turns the ball over again. Over to Bess. Griselda in the corner. And that ball's way short. Sela tried to get it, but it fell through her hand, kicked off her shoe, and out of bounds. White ball. So here comes 10. Griselda's been giving her tons of problems. She's going to dribble through and keep dribbling. And Kayla had the ball, just dropped out. The offensive rebound by Trinity, and then Trinity hits the ball out of bounds. 2:49 left in the second quarter. And the scoreboard says 1, but it's actually the second period. As Trinity is now allowing a lot more space in their zone. And Sela's going to take it. Nice little baseline runner. As Trinity's been stuck on 3 now for quite a while. As Annapolis starts piling on. And you can see Griselda trying to force her to the left side where Kayla's waiting for her. And 5 tried to gather herself, but she was just going a little too fast and shuffled her feet. So Trinity's just really having a hard time with that pressure up top. They're well far away from the basket. They're not even really been able to turn and look at the basket just because of the defense. Long three-pointer. It's short. Griselda tried to save it. Jumped into the Trinity bench, but couldn't quite do it. 2 minutes left, second quarter. Halftime coming up. Griselda's doing a great job defending, forcing that. forcing another turnover as 10 having a really hard time dribbling over to her left, which is turning her right into where Kayla is, and really, the strength of the Annapolis defense. Anne-Marie over to Bess. Bess to Anne-Marie, a little give and go. Baseline jumper for Griselda. Sela tries to save it, and 4 had it, but started walking with before she dribbled, and a little frustration by 4, but it's going to be a turnover. Kayla, baseline jumper short, gets her own rebound. Over to Bess. Bess is going to take a little elbow jumper, doesn't quite drop, and Anne-Marie just whacks it out of bounds, and it's going to be white ball. Minute 25 left, 21-3 Annapolis up. And Griselda's going to meet her now three-quarters court. And 5's going to turn around. So just kind of turn and shot at the same time, which typically is going to be a pretty difficult shot to make. Minute 14 left. Kayla with the ball. She's going to jog up the court. And Trinity's going to extend that defense out. Griselda back to Kayla. Kayla's content just to distribute right now. Over to Bess. Tries to get it into Anne-Marie. And nice little interior pass. And Anne-Marie gets hacked on the arm. And she'll be shooting 2, less than a minute left. So Bess has really been finishing this year really well. The last game against Trinity and this one as well has just really been asserting herself on the rebounding, just getting tons of rebounds, moving really well without the ball. And so that's a really nice way for her to finish this season with Annapolis. Second free throw, and there she is again, another rebound. Finds Sela over to Anne-Marie. A little bump by 5. Anne-Marie comes ripping back in. Loose ball on the ground. Lots of blue jerseys, but finally White secures it. 10's going to try to drive all the way there. Kayla's going to, another rebound by Bess. Trying to secure the ball, having a little bit of trouble. Lots of blue jerseys now. And finally the referees have seen enough and call the foul on Sela. So Annapolis starting to play really hard now defensively. This is what we're used to them flying to the ball and really being aggressive and forcing these turnovers. 26 seconds left. 10's going to try to drive through there. Gets blocked by Anne-Marie. Over to Kayla. We've got numbers. Yep, Griselda trying to do a little scoop and does. Little finger roll. That was a nice little finish. 8 seconds left now. 10's going to try to drive in there, get a last second shot. Finds Sela. 2 seconds, 1. And that will end the quarter. We're at halftime now. Annapolis up 23-3 in the Consolation Finals. Annapolis woke up a little bit more in the second quarter. Started seeing what we've been used to seeing with a really tough defense and transitioning to fast break layups. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes. All right, we're back to the second half, start of the third quarter. Annapolis leading 23-3. This is their last game of the season. This is the Consolation Finals. As Annapolis had a really strong second quarter. Now we have Belen Garcia knocked away from Kayla. So Kayla did a good job knocking the ball away. Belen scooped it up, but again, got a little too far into the basket and then couldn't really recover. So again, Annapolis really having its way defensively, and it's causing Trinity lots of trouble as they're not even really able to get anywhere near even the three-point line when they run their offense. They're so far out. And here goes another steal by Kayla. Kayla to Belen. Belen just gets pounded by 10, and that's going to be a foul. So Belen absorbed quite a bit of contact, but I think she's going to be shooting 2. And let's say it's on the floor, so it'll be Annapolis ball. Out to Belen, to Bess. Bess strong with the ball. Little drive on the baseline and gets fouled on the shot. So nice little move by Bess. She did a good job of keeping that ball nice and high, as when they bring that ball down, Trinity is really, really aggressive at trying to tie you up. And Annapolis is going to pull out and leave Bess to shoot the first one by herself. 3-23, third quarter. The first one's off. Annapolis ahead. And again, starting to really assert themselves defensively, which is leading to good offense. Ball bounces out. Bess gets her own rebound. She's going to take it in herself and get fouled again. So a long rebound went right through the hands of a Trinity girl. Bess scoops it up. Another strong move by Bess, and she's going to be on the free throw line again. So it was 0 for 2 the first time she was on. Now hopefully she'll connect on these free throws. So Bess just took on the entire Trinity team on that rebound. And that one is good. So Bess being rewarded for her hard work. 24-3, Annapolis leading. Start of the third quarter. Second one's good. So Bess did a nice job of coming back and hitting those last 2 free throws. Belen now meeting 10 up top. And Bess with the good defensive. She tipped the ball right off of number 4, and that should be blue ball. I think that's what the signal was. And the referees are debating whether that's true or not, but the official up here said it was blue ball, but got overruled. So white ball. So 10 starting the offense up top. Swinging to 14. 14 a little troubled, and then just kind of slams the ball back into 10. Lots of traffic there. Flip to Belen. Belen's going to try to corral it. Finds Gabby. Gabby finds Kayla, and Kayla's going to reset. Long pass. Belen pokes it out. It's one-on-one. Belen with 10 coming from behind. And off of Belen. Belen's taking her time to try to get to that layup, and when she slows down, she's got people coming in from behind. 27-3, Annapolis up. Belen's going to force 10, and 10's having a hard time scooping the ball. She thinks it's going to, yep. So 10 was waiting for that ball to roll back, but end up having to pick it up, and over and back's the call. To be a distributor, she's looking for over to Bess. Bess can drive over to Anne-Marie. Gabby's going to find it. She's like, surprise, look what I got. Over into Bess, has got good position, lots of contact. They let all that go. Gabby with another rebound. Over to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie kind of flips it, and that's a little too casual of a pass. And it goes over and back. Trinity ball. 5:55 left in the third quarter. 10's been hounded all game and just really having a hard time now with the pressure, as 10 wanted to pass it, then changed their mind and ended up double dribbling. .547. Kayla over to Anne-Marie. Gabby. They want Gabby to take the three. Best with the rebound. Here comes 10. She's going to come in strong, looking, and drew contact from Anne-Marie. So the girls having a little bit of fun trying to get Gabby to shoot a three-pointer. So 10 shooting 2 after the foul. Again, Trinity trying to rebuild their program. Girls playing hard, coaches coaching hard. Just a little overmatched right here with Annapolis. And that's first, it's still a dead ball, so no need to rebound that first shot. This one will be a live ball if she misses it. And lane violation that they let go. 10 with their own rebound. Drives in, loses the ball. Back to 14. She kind of throws the ball up there, and ball gets knocked out of Bess's hand, and it'll be blue ball. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Kayla setting up the offense. Swings over to Anne-Marie. And Kayla's wide open. She's going to take that three, way off on that. Bess trying to save it. And no one there to grab the ball, so it'll go over to the white team, Trinity. And again, this half-court pressure by Annapolis is causing them lots of trouble. As 10 dribbles through it. She's going to get baseline. Keeps her dribble, turns the corner. Nice shot. Best there for a good rebound. Gets harassed with. Did a good job of staying strong with the ball, and finally got the foul. Blend now taking point. Looking for Kayla. Over to Bess. No one's going to guard her. She's going to just dribble in, take that shot, misses it. Ball bounces around. Trinity finally gets a hold of it. And 10 coming in. She comes in really hard off that dribble. Misses that. Kayla with the rebound, but it gets knocked out. Back to 10. 10 with a long three-pointer. That goes out of bounds. (27-3). 4:17 left in the third quarter. Over to Kayla. They're going to leave Bess wide open. She's going to dribble in, take her time, swing over to Kayla, over to Blinn, and Blinn shuffled her feet. Just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Annapolis cruising right now, as Trinity really is not able to get much going offensively. As another turnover as Kayla grabs the ball. Another jump ball. It's going to be blue ball. Blend on point. Over to Anne-Marie. She's going to drive in. A little elbow jumper. That's short and out of bounds. So Annapolis really putting a lot of pressure on that ball handler. Long shot by 4 and really off the mark. 3:27 And the score is 3-27. Anne-Marie, long three-pointer, front of the rim. Blinn with the rebound. Kayla's going to pull it out, run a little bit of clock. Over to Anne-Marie. Skip pass to Kayla. Kayla's going to drive through. Little pull-up jumper, and that's good. Three minutes left. And another turnover. Kayla's got pushed. Tries to find a friend, but can't get it. And then Gabby with the block, but they said a little too much contact. So Annapolis going into the regional final was on a 9-game win streak. They met a really tough Lifegate team, which Lifegate is on the other side of the bracket, and they've advanced through. And I imagine Lifegate and Trinity will be playing. Paris Trinity will be playing for the 1A state title. Both teams really solid girls teams. Rebound goes to Blinn. Blinn's going to get double team over to Bess. Kayla over to Gabby. Couldn't quite get that layup to go. Kayla with a nice pass. 2:34 left in the third quarter. 29-3. Annapolis ahead. Over to Kayla. Gabby tried to rip it out there. Ball gets swatted out there by 10. And blue ball. So game is definitely in control. Annapolis just kind of taking their time with the ball. 14 reached in. Trinity's still playing really hard, but 14, a little too much contact. 2:16 left in the third quarter. Annapolis is trying to run clock. Blinn's going to take a three-pointer. That's going to be long. 10 now with the ball. She comes in hard, and they're going to call Kayla on the block. Kayla didn't quite have position, didn't quite get herself squared up, and was kind of on the turn. When body was turned, they're going to call that on the block. So 10 will be shooting 2. Like I said, Annapolis had a nice long winning streak as they really, in the second half of the season, were really playing really good basketball. They met up against 2 of the best teams in 1A with Lifegate and with Paris Trinity. So really a great season. They have really nothing to hang their head on, because they are, again, all underclassmen. 10 with the basket. Finally gets them off of 3 points. Less than 2 minutes left. Over to Kayla. Bess is going to drive baseline, and nice little baseline drive. 31-5. Trying to, lots of pressure as Annapolis letting 10 kind of drive around, and she scores. So the Annapolis' defensive intensity has definitely kind of leveled off. Best with another shot in the baseline. That's long. Gabby with the rebound. Anne-Marie finds Blinn, and way off the mark there. Just over a minute left. Annapolis looking to finish off their season with the win here in the Consolation Finals. 10 trying to find a little bit of help, and instead finds Kayla. Kayla's has a hard time trying to squeeze a layup in there with 3 girls following her. Here comes 10 barreling through. And Anne-Marie draws the contact. When she gets the ball, she's coming in hard, and Anne-Marie was not going to let her just shoot an easy layup. 40 seconds left. Annapolis up 31-7. Number 10 shooting 2. Griselda Morales coming in for Belen. Second shot, number 10. And that's off the mark. Gabby trying to grab that rebound, and instead gets tied up. White ball off the jump ball. Just over 37 seconds left. Kayla defending the ball, and that is a football move as number 3 was like a pulling guard there, trying to push Kayla out of the way, and that is an illegal screen. So Kayla with the ball. 32 seconds left. Annapolis looking to get good shot here at the end of the third quarter. Anne-Marie is going to take a dribble, find Bess. Bess is going to go baseline. Lots of contact. Gabby's there on the rebound. She misses, but did get fouled. So Bess has been able to find some space on that baseline drive, and Gabby got in position on the backside for a nice rebound. On the putback, she got fouled and was shooting 2. 20.4 seconds to the end of the third quarter. Annapolis cruising right now as they have this game pretty well in hand. First free throw is good. And this is just really good experience for underclassmen, freshmen, sophomore. This is just great experience to feel what it's like to be playing in a state tournament. It's only going to make them better. And here comes Trinity. 10 barreling down the lane. Lots of contact. Girls, bodies flying. As Griselda tried to lead the break, but just trying to worry about dribbling and all that, and just 10 caught up to her and knocked it out from behind. 5.8 seconds. Annapolis ball, trying to get a shot before end of the third quarter. Griselda over the top, takes a shot, short, and the ball is out of bounds with 1.3 seconds. So Annapolis just needs the not foul here and just let them take a long shot. They're going to roll it. And Annapolis is content. She can't touch the ball again. Yeah, so 10 can't inbound the ball to herself. So that's a legal touch, and that will be the way the quarter ends. So end of the third quarter, Annapolis leading 32-7, trying to finish off their season with a win. This is just great experience for the young Lady Warriors. Learn what it's like to play in a state tournament game. And all of this is just valuable experience, even though this game is now well in hand. All this stuff is really going to prove dividends in years to come. Again, they've had a great season. There's been some ups and downs. They've had injuries that definitely impacted toward their postseason with Shaitelli injuring her ankle and not being able to play. Really great defender. And but again, playing hard, played through the ups and downs of the season, and looking to finish with a win. So last quarter of the season for Annapolis. They have a comfortable lead, 32-7. It'll be their ball coming out. So blue ball. So the girls showed a lot of character after a disappointing loss to bounce back and to take care of business here. They just need another strong quarter, finish the season off well. Long shot by Sela. Rebound backside. And here comes 13 from Trinity. She's going to try to find someone on offense. 5 with a shot. Best with the trying to rebound it. 14 wrestled it from her and off Bess's foot. Kayla blocks the ball out of bounds, so it'll stay here. Kayla on the ball. Trying to force a tough pass. Ball's in. Goes right through the middle of everyone. And they can still take possession of it since it was a dead ball. So here comes 10. And crosses over. Shot high off the glass. Best finds Kayla. Lots of body, lots of contact. Loose ball. Sela's there. Bodies fly. Here comes 13, and Griselda gets called for the reach. Both teams still playing hard. Got girls flying all over, falling on the ground, jumping, trying to get loose balls. So Annapolis still working hard. Griselda. And then nice stop by Griselda. Best over to Kayla with the little finger roll finish. So Maten picks up her dribble. Got girls jumping those passing lanes, and Best with a nice steal and Kayla with a nice finish. So there's little. The referee's going to conference to decide whose ball it is, and the down official says, that's my call. Blue ball. Kayla with the ball. She's going to jog up court. Over to the corner for Sela. Sela's going to take a couple dribbles. They're going to swing it now. Skip pass over to Kayla. Kayla thought about the shot. Decides to pull it down. Run some clock. Kayla saves it to Griselda, who's going to drive all the way through, gets it blocked, but Sela did a nice job of slipping in backside and tried to get a little short pass to Best, and there was a lot of traffic there, and it just goes out of bounds. Sela probably would have been best just to just put it back up. 6:20. Out to Griselda. Griselda to Sela for 3. That's off the mark. And here comes 10, and 10's going to come in hard. And Sela just pokes it out and off her knee. Just over 6 minutes left. Kayla with the ball. And Anne-Marie's going to slip through that seam, kind of flips up a shot. It's a little bit long. Here comes 13. 13's in trouble, and that's going to be over and back. Okay, just a young team, lots of inexperience. And when you have a lot of defensive pressure, it forces these mistakes. And Anne-Marie waits for Kayla to come across the half-court line. Over to Griselda. Griselda's going to take that baseline runner. Misses everything. Here comes 10. She's going to come in hard. Kayla's going to try to just absorb the contact, and really they're going to give a foul. It really, honestly, should not be a foul. Kayla gave up her position, but the referee disagrees. So 10 shooting 2, 34-7. Annapolis just trying to finish out the season with a a nice win here. Trinity still playing hard. And the second one is up and good. 5:31 left in the fourth quarter. Annapolis looking to try to get their 13th win of the season. And here comes Kayla. And Trinity trying to get organized defensively, giving those wings lots of space. Kayla over to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie back to Kayla. Bess is going to take all that space up, seal with a nice rebound. Kayla's going to take a top of the key three-pointer and just off the mark. Lots of blue jerseys and off to 10, and here we go. 10's coming in hard. Kayla's just going to stand there. Bess tries to get it to Griselda, gets knocked away. Tons of contact, and finally a whistle. It's going to be on 10. Don't know which color though. They're both of them are 10. It's going to be on Kayla or on white 10. And they're going to say it's on Kayla. So Trinity now in the bonus, shooting 1-1 with 4:51 left in the fourth quarter. At 10 with the ball in transition, she just comes barreling in on that right side and forces a lot of contact, and ball bouncing around, and Kayla and her were fighting for it, and said Kayla was kind of going through her a little too much and too much contact. So second shot. That one's long. Bess with a nice rebound. She's just going to keep dribbling. Pushes up to Griselda. Griselda's going to step in for that shot. Just missed it. Nice shot, though. Okay, they're not even coming out for those corner players. And here comes 10. Bumps into Sela. Double team now. And they're going to say a foul. So 10's going to get on the line again. So defensively, Trinity's not even defending the corner, and Annapolis not able to capitalize. They're doing the right thing of driving in, but can't quite get that ball to drop. And another discussion by the official as trying to work with the official book, and said both teams are in 1-1 now in the bonus. So first shot, that's going to be off. Rebound Trinity. Bess tries to block it, ends up getting knocked down and getting called for the foul. Trinity at the line again, as Annapolis just needs to box out, secure that rebound, and get their offense going. Annapolis up 34-8. Second shot. Halfway through the fourth quarter. And Kayla's going to come in, secure that rebound. They've got numbers, 2-on-2. Anne-Marie comes driving through there, and 5 just reaches out, grabs her arm. So Kayla did a good job of stepping in, securing that rebound, and then getting a nice pass. And Anne-Marie attacks the basket. Now she's going to be shooting 2 after the foul. A little short on the first free throw. Second one coming up. 4:18 left in the fourth quarter. Annapolis trying to secure their 13th win of the season. And that one is good. So Trinity's out of San Antonio. They've got a beautiful campus. It's in the middle of lots of trees, and that's where regionals was. 14's going to take their shot, and the bank shot's in. Kayla with the ball. Kayla over to Bess. Gets skip past to Anne-Marie. Back to Kayla. Bess is going to dribble in. Griselda with a little baseline jumper. Sela tries to swat that ball out there, and the Trinity girl secures it. High lobbing pass to 10. 10 now coming in with a full head of steam. Kayla blocks that shot. Bess to Anne-Marie. They've got numbers, 2-on-1. Anne-Marie's going to take it all the way and scores. So nice drive by Anne-Marie. Good finish. 3:23 left. 37-10. High screen. Griselda shuts off that drive by 10. She's going to rotate around it. Bess another rebound if she can grab it. Does. Trying to find some help. Finds Sela. Sela looking for some help now. Over to Kayla. Kayla to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie's going to try to stop and pop, but 10 blocks that. Here comes 10. Again, she's kind of barreling in there, trying to get bailed out by a foul, and Bess wisely just lets her shoot it. Over to Kayla as they start their offense again. Anne-Marie's going to take a step in. 10 does a good job with her hands, and Kayla's going to just poke that ball away. As soon as Anne-Marie brings that ball down and shows ball, 10 is able to knock it away. So Anne-Marie needs to change that angle of that ball to get that pass that she wants. So it's going to be a white ball. And Annapolis is not quite back on defense, and officials allowed a substitution, so going to stop play and reset that. As Gabby Lopez is in the game now. A tip, Gabby with the steal. Over to Kayla. Got numbers now. Bess up front, tries to gather it and does. A nice pass by Kayla, and Bess was able to gather. Here comes 10, full head of steam. Plowing into Kayla. Kayla absorbs that contact. And now they got numbers again. Griselda's going to go try to scoop. So Griselda's got a little bit of a, try to get a finger roll, but she took too many steps. 39-10, just over 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Annapolis trying to secure their 13th win of the season and win the Consolation Finals. Over to 14. And 14's in a lot of trouble, and again, just an experience of picking up her dribble, feeling the pressure, and then dribbling again. Turnover to Annapolis. Over to Kayla. Sela's over to Bess. Bess thought about a three-pointer. Griselda will take that long baseline jumper. It's off. Here comes 10. Full head of steam. Bess tries to slow her down, and lots of contact. And finally, Kayla raising her arms like thank you, as it is a player control foul or charge on 10. And that will be it for number 10. She has fouled out. So 10 played very hard. She's a really aggressive player. And coach gives her a big hug as their season will be coming to a close here in a minute 33. Over to Kayla. Back to Belen. Belen with the three-pointer. Off the mark there. Minute 24. Annapolis in a 1-2-2. Griselda will be taking on that ball handler, and 13 is going to have a little bit of trouble with that pressure, and that's exactly what happens. So coach trying to get some experience, but again, that Annapolis pressure is going to be really tough for a new ball handler to handle. Over to Sela, steps in, long shot. Rebound to 14. And you can just tell they're really not comfortable with the ball in their hands, and Annapolis pokes it around, and Gabby ties them up. So without 10 in the game, they're going to have a hard time with all the Annapolis pressure. And that ball's wide open, and Kayla's going to get an easy score off of that turnover. So without their leader, they're a little out of sorts. So 14 trying to get some help, and Belen with the steal. Belen's going to drive around, try to get a layup in. Can't quite get it. 13 now on the run. 3-on-1. A lot of contact on Kayla. And Annapolis not quite getting back. And 4 grabbing the ball, tripping and falling, and unfortunately traveled. 17 seconds left, 41-10. Annapolis finishing out a really strong season. Really showed a lot of heart all season, as they had to, a lot of new players had to step in and take on new roles, new responsibilities, as Kayla just steals the ball over to Sela, and that's the way the season will end. And Lady Warriors, Consolation champions. So great job of bouncing back after a tough loss and end their season on a win. So congratulations to them. Great season. And now on to the boys semifinals at 6:30 tonight. Be a game you don't want to miss. So we'll catch you then. Let's go Warriors.